man, that nigga did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that.
You're damn right. You're damn right. Comes a time in life where three people get together and they discover a podcast and they discover they like wrestling together at the same company. And they become three best friends, brothers, if you will. When they take on the dreams of becoming one of the best podcasts in Chicago for wrestling content. And with close to damn near 2,000 followers on all social media platforms, you have this, the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We are back the old way with the original three, the original trio. It's getting real in here, real misty. I'm going to use my fancy intros to introduce myself and my brothers, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and there's a lot of stuff to digest, but it's going to get busy. Yo! What's up? Gentlemen, my name is Joker, a.k.a. Joker. That's my Instagram handle right there. I believe because I'm famous. That's right. It's beautiful. Spring in the sunshine. It's always good. I got to introduce my brothers. I got to introduce the one, the only, the man that dates women from 3'11" to 7'2", the man that pays mortgages and rent, but will never pay for your car, no, because that's trifling. You need somewhere to live first. Focus on yourself. The young man that makes solid choices in all aspects of his life, has a beautiful daughter and beautiful kids, and is a beautiful, 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 beautiful big oos. Ladies and gentlemen, Old Man Logan. Hold on, wait for your intro, Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, for that intro. I could not ask for a better intro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Hot Take Wrestling, baby. Let's get it.
Finally, the man you have not seen since episode 1 has been up there in the rafters like a crow, if you will. Cue the crow face paint filter from TikTok. There isn't one, but we're going to have to make one now. In the rafters. Looking, watching as the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast progressed. And he finally showed his face. His beautiful, beautiful face. Ladies and gentlemen, the ascot poppy, if you will. Proper 12 Papa. Ladies and gentlemen,
I like
the
that.
LKG. Let me give you your intro, bro. Let me give you your intro first.
I like that proper 12 poppy, man. I have to steal that one. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's been almost a month since WrestleMania passed, and all I'm gonna say is the only reason Charlotte and Rhea Ripley didn't get 5 stars is because no one hit a Canadian destroyer.
Coming in hot.
That's coming in hot. He didn't waste no time. He didn't waste any time at all. He wasted no time whatsoever.
Just saying that 4.75 stuff got stopped, man.
Oh, with Meltzer?
I mean, at the end all be all. We always say that, not to be too negative. But real quick, since I have a minute on, we finally got somebody that surpassed Savage and Steamboat. That Intercontinental Championship match. My goodness.
About time. About freaking time.
30 years, 36 years, something like
about
that.
Freaking time, because that match was epic. Everybody was like, Drew doesn't look good in white trunks. So? That match is epic. Shut up.
That's what people focus on. If people do focus on the most obscure things. I mean, it was different, but, I mean, it fit the theme. They were in Hollywood.
Yes, true.
Doesn't make sense for you to be that's tight. It's weird. I don't like it.
Nah, yeah, I don't get it. Oh, and that was probably the best tag team match in WWE history. The Usos and Sammy and KO. So there you go.
In history?
In WWE history, not tag team match history. I think in WWE history, I will stand by that.
All right, I'm not gonna even fight on that because I think that might be. Well, what about TLC?
Modern day history. I mean, the last 10 years for sure. I'll probably give it that.
I'll give you that, bro. I'll give him that. As a regular tag team match, I'll give him that.
Yeah, because there was no gimmick involved. I didn't say it was
Yeah.
better than TLC. Nah, I mean, a case could be made. I'm not saying it was. A case could be made, though.
As a tag team match, that is probably one of the best tag team.
Yeah,
matches.
tag team. No, not matches. No, tag team matches.
I agree. No, I agree. No, I agree with that. I agree with
Because once he took the gimmick thing away from it, that for me it kind of took. Because I instantly thought of. I want to say that was Elimination Chamber. You had Usos, the Bar. Was that the Bar? Or was that?
I mean, that was a good one, but
Yeah,
I mean,
Usos, the Bar, and the New Day, I think. And what was his name? I can't. Khalid was not. Well, not Kalisto, was it?
I mean, that was good. It could have been better, but they kind of. I know what you said. It was a good one, but it was too much involved. They needed only like 14. They didn't need no 6 teams. Had they did 4 teams and kept it to 4, I think it could have been. I said it was a good match, but it's just they had primetime players. They had too much going on.
I know. I agree with you. That's one of the best tag team matches at WrestleMania because, like, just pure tag team, just pure
tag team
matches. That's one of the best. I can't think of anyone that's in WrestleMania that's as good as that as a pure tag team match. You know what I mean? Like not anything where like there's a table involved, there's a ladder match involved. Like that's probably one of the best tag matches in that regard. In the reference to that. Segue into that. Speaking of tag matches and tag team matches, SmackDown is coming up, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be the Usos versus KO and Sami Zayn again this upcoming Friday. I cannot tell you how I am unexcited about that, as there is much other business that I'm concerned with. For example, this past week on Raw, they unveiled a new World Heavyweight Championship. Ooh. Now, in the wrestling community, there's people saying, "Well, this is the it can't be Roman title," or this is the second place title, everything else. Me personally, I like the design of the title. I think it's beautiful. I think it's fantastic in the first place. I think if you take away one title from Roman, if Roman just like, I don't need this shit, y'all got that title, y'all got that shit. That's cool too. But people are saying that this title now creates more chaos than initially WWE wanted. What is you guys' opinion on this new title, the look of it, the idea of it, and all the above?
AG, let's hear from you first, brother. People ain't heard from you in a while.
Y'all gonna be mad when Roman walk away with all the titles. You gonna walk away with that one too. All jokes aside, I think it's time for them to reward other people that's been over. Even though, for example, I'm not saying he needs the title. Seth is super over. The dude hadn't touched a singles title in 4 years? No, 3.5, give or take. Yeah. He lost the Universal Championship to The Fiend in the fall of 2019. I don't think he's won a singles championship since then. Don't quote me. Oh, no, he's won the U.S. title. I'm sorry. Title, yeah. He hasn't won a world championship, though, for sure. I know that. He was in the picture a couple of times. I know he was like Drew's first major feud. I know Drew defended the title against Big Show. But that was just like a one-off. So that was Drew's first pay-per-view feud. I don't think he's won a world title since then. So actually, he's had matches here or there. I mean, maybe this is how they get Cody the title, which still kind of is, BS. Because it's like, why didn't you just give him the title in the first place at WrestleMania? Because I heard that reaction they showed on WrestleMania 39 was not captured, like how pissed some people really were. They were looking like, really? This dude just won again? Like, what was the point of this? Because I think everybody thought Sammy or Cody should have won the title off Roman. We knew Sammy wasn't, but the design, I like it. I personally would like to see them bring back that old school belt from 1998, when they gave it to Stone Cold, not the Smoking Skull, but the other one he got after WrestleMania 14. Yeah, updated wing. Yeah, I would like to see them bring that back personally. Still a good design. It opens up opportunities for people. Like I said, not even just Seth and Cody. It also opens up the opportunity potentially, depending on what brand he's on, for Gunther. Because although I think he'll keep the IC title and break Hunky Tonk Man's record, if they decide to go another route, I wouldn't be mad at Gunther getting it. Granted, I don't know who will be his first feud either. So you got to kind of put that into perspective. But I guess it all depends on the draft too. Hope that answers questions.
All right.
Yeah.
Set up future potential feuds.
Let's see. Where do I start? I'll start with the positives. Positives. I like the design of the belt. The belt gives you the big gold belt appeal. You know, you can see obviously from the design of it, the shape of the strap and all that. Pause. It heavily is influenced from the big WCW gold, the big gold title. I am intrigued as to who may win that title first, but here's my issue. We've gone this long with one world champion or universal world heavyweight champion. And as a result of that, both the IC title and the US title are now more prominently utilized on their respective shows, and they're back to relevance. Now, I'm not going to say the IC title is the workhorse title just yet, like it used to be when the greats held it, the Mr. Perfects, the Rick Rudes, the Bret Harts, the Razors, the Shans, etc. But in the modern day, with Gunther continuing to have the great matches he's been having, and hate him or love him, Austin Theory is doing pretty decent with the US title too. Even though they played hot potato with that just a little bit, I'm not crazy about having two world heavyweight champions again. It causes too much hysteria. I know USA Network has been pushing for quite some time now to have their own champion again on Raw. So this is prominently a result of that. But I also read, and what the rumors are going on now, right, is USA is really pushing for WWE to put Roman on Raw. So what KG just said, now, depending on how Roman contract is going, do we see Roman do the belt collector angle right quick and add that to the list? Yeah, maybe. But overall, I'm excited to see if, since they unveiled this new title, will they give Roman the title so he's not walking around with two, titles anymore. And me personally, if they didn't bring back the one KG reference, I wouldn't be mad if we finally saw the Undisputed title brought back again.
That was a good one too.
That was a good one too.
I would be mad. Mad when at the end of what's the name? At the end of Dominion, Roman pop up, take the belt off Okada. You'll see Roman pop up in Forbidden Door. You'll tell MJF to acknowledge it.
You just see Roman pop up, whatever, at All In or whatever.
For no reason.
Just fucking spear MJ up, just sit there with the titles and shit, doing the whip shit.
I mean, there is somebody else that uses the spear that's trying to get one last run somewhere else. I don't know if we want to talk about that guy, but I'm sure we'll wait.
I'm sorry.
Yo, we're supposed to be PG-13 now, man. What happened?
Wait, what happened?
No disrespect to any. I'm trying to lower like my vocabulary and vernacular of potty words. But fuck Goldberg, bro. Like he don't need to know no other run. Fuck him. Fuck Goldberg. Okay, no, motherfucker. No, you got your reins, bro. That was your time. Use your 2 moves of doom and call it a day. No.
You realize this dude had a world championship match almost every year since like 2017.
Exactly. Why?
And he's won it actually too at one point, but he's also like almost every year that dude's had a title match. Like he gets almost one, like legit. I think outside of 2018 might have been the only year he didn't get a title match. Because 2019, who do you fake? Let's go back to last year, Roman at whatever event that was. Mm-hmm. Then Bobby Lashley when he had the title.
Bobby Lashley, yeah.
Then 2020,
didn't he face Drew McIntyre?
I know Strowman beat him for the title at WrestleMania 36. Remember, because they were supposed to be. So he won it twice because he beat the Fiend for the title. Forgot about that. That's when everybody lost their minds. Yeah, Goldberg had 2 title runs, bro. I'm angry again. I thought he just had the one. I forgot he had 2.
No, I want to say he faced Drew McIntyre too during.
Oh no, he did. That's why I'm forgetting. Yeah, Drew. So he had 2 in 1 year then.
Yeah.
Because one last year the champion when they were feuding, because when he put his son in the Hurt Lock.
Yeah.
That was SummerSlam, right?
Yep.
It's a damn shame.
Like,
I'm just angry again. That's
Yeah,
like every year except for 2019, I think.
Listen, bro, I don't know what it is about this motherfucker, man. But excuse my language, bro. I'm trying. This
I don't
this
think
job.
And here's the thing. I don't know if TK is necessarily going to go for that, but I think the WWE, depending on what happens as a result of the draft, he may get what he wants in time.
No!
The retirement match, not
Bro.
the title match.
Bro,
The title picture needs to be done.
TK be out here protecting Sting.
If they say career versus title, cool. That way he can go on, to the sunset. But
Bro, TK got Jeff Jarrett out here in title matches every month.
What is that about? Oh my God!
And people gotta stop crapping on WWE if we got Jeff Jarrett in title matches every month.
Why do we have geriatric motherfuckers still wrestling right now, bro? What are we doing?
hey, I'll take Jeff Jarrett any day over Goldberg in terms of a wrestler.
Oh, I'm not saying it like he has nothing left in the tank. What I'm saying is he went on a big spiel about we're not going to do what WCW did. We're going to learn from those mistakes. He out here protecting Sting more than anybody on the roster. Sting ain't took he out here no selling chair shots. I get he a legend, bro. But he no selling chair shots. He haven't been pinned yet. He undefeated in tag matches. We got Jeff Jarrett getting singles title matches, tag title matches every month.
Sting is there, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, hey, don't do that. No.
Hey, Sting's a legend and was here way before Brock Lesnar, but you know how Vince protected Brock Lesnar? That's how TK protects Sting.
Listen, I want to make this.
At least Brock was still at the tail end of his prime, though.
No,
Sting's 62, bro.
I want to make right. That's what I'm saying. Like this motherfucker Sting don't lose. Like he don't lose. So to say like he's like the way that Vince protected Brock Lesnar is similar. No. This motherfucker still doing
lying. He protects him like Brock Lesnar.
No, he doing off the stage planches with 8 people at the bottom. Look, Brock was at least in the ring, suplexing, getting dominated by Undertaker somewhat. Some were getting dominated by John Cena. Some were getting dominated by Roman. No, he dominated Cena ass. I was like, damn. I said, Brock gets like they get back on Brock. It's not the same with Sting. You get 2 minutes of maybe doing like a hard arm lock, a hard headlock, a hard punch, a hard chop before this motherfucker go. That's it. That's it. You're done. What Damian Priest say? Prosper Martinez say? You're done. You're washed. It's over. Like that's.
Yeah, bro. Nah, man. If I'm somebody, man, you ain't booking me against Sting. Nah, TK, we ain't having it.
Bro, the Acclaim faced him like 4 times, and they lost clean 4 times. Clean, like clean. Oh my God!
Bro.
While we kind of on AEW, just side note, Joe, off of our topics. I was thinking about it before we started. I said, Private Party needs to go to NXT.
Private Party?
Yep, they need to go to NXT.
No, they don't.
They do. You know what, man? This is my gripe with NXT real quick. I needed to kind of, I'm not saying it need to be like the Black and Gold brand completely, but it needs to have some sort of resemblance in terms of quality again as the Black and Gold brand was, because it's definitely been a dip. Like, I get it. We're trying to, create new stars and get them the time they need to develop in front of audiences and in television, but it's not doing it for me. You got a handful of talents down there that are standouts, and you're putting them with matches with people, and it's
I will give TK credit for this, though. He has thought away some potential people that he wanted. Like, I heard they wanted Wheeler Yuta, so I'll give him credit for that, because that dude's actually probably one of my favorite in terms of dudes that's not near being pushed as a single star.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely, like, in terms of like people that are in the undercard or mid card area, I probably for me go Ricky Starks and Will Yuta. Probably like two of my favorite.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But like, this is what Brian's my gears about Tony Khan. So a private party, they were over, highly over. You made the Young Bucks win the tag team titles, which was understood. Yeah, that's great. Then you put them in a match, but it wasn't like a wrestling match. It was a I can do a better spot than you type match, and that's what bothers me about AEW sometimes. Because sometimes, listen, am I ever going to get sick of the Young Bucks versus
Lucha Brothers?
Lucha Brothers. Am I ever going to be sick of it? Yes, I've reached that point. That ladder match. This is the second and third one. I was like, okay, this is enough, bro. Like, this is the same stuff. Canadian Destroyer off the ladder onto a table. Canadian Destroyer onto something else. Super kicks out of nowhere that are
yeah, the steel cage match was
overly done super kick. Hell of a super kick. Super kick. Okay. Thumbtack super kick. Oh God. All right. Listen. Can somebody please do a regular hold or something? This is super kick. Oh, okay, yes, I get it. They've been doing that for the past 7 years of PWG in like 2016. It's 2023. They still do shit.
That spot's starting to get old, bro. Like I said, that steel cage match at All Out from 2021. That was probably definitely my match of the year because it was something different. Like it's nothing that didn't hit super kicks, but it was like actual story being told, where stuff was being sold to. It was a story was being told, and then like they were actually selling moves and stuff. This spot fest shit is not for me.
Unpopular opinion. The Young Bucks are overrated.
It's not unpopular. Since they've been in AEW, I would say that.
And the reason why I don't like a private party is because I feel like they cater more to the spot than the actual storyline of the match. Because, for example, when they were with like the Hardy Incorporated or whatever that was, with Matt Hardy or whatever, like they never really like they were with the Blade and the Butcher, which made no fucking sense whatsoever. To have two tag teams in the same faction.
Two tag teams. Yeah.
That was fucking remedial. And then excuse me. And then on top of that, to put them when they were like over in the beginning and to put them up so hot, so like put their rise up so long. Too fast, Tony. Ease into it. But again, they are black. And Tony Khan tends to kind of use no Vaseline if you get my drift. So, do with
wow, to go to NXT.
Yeah. I don't want them there either. Listen,
they can't get with the right people to cultivate them, give them the time, give them the chance, because they were getting matches initially, and then as the bigger stars started to come, less and less time on TV for them, more and more losses when they were on television. And then they just became Joe Bears extraordinaire. You know what I mean? Where, fast forward, you bring them over to NXT that needs, or has potential and promise in the tag division and got down there. Sure, it's a lot of upstarts, but you put them in there where they can shine and be, they can get the opportunity the Street Profits didn't get down. The Street Profits that came, they made a splash, but they could be those tag champions down there that the Street Profits should have been. You know what I mean? And it gives NXT a spotlight. It gives them the spotlight they, I'm not going to say they 100% deserve, because there are better tag teams in AEW over there than them. But I do think they have the potential to really be a great tag team if they get with the right people to mold them and give them the care and TLC they need to become a premier tag team.
I'll co-sign that with Logan's saying, because I don't think TK trusts his producers and stuff to actually develop younger talent, because like they care too much about spot fest in AEW. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then you got Butcher and Blade, and got passed around over and over. These dudes have been about 5 different stables, and the company only been around for four years.
Yeah. And Butcher and the Blade, that's at least one by now.
They was with Eddie Kingston. They was with the HFO, the Hardy family, whatever. Now they were Kip Sabian, and bro, I was like, what's going on?
And they can work.
Then they was with Andrade.
And that's nothing like right with Tony Khan. You had Andrade when he was like prime, in his freaking prime.
That was on Andrade though. I'm blaming him for being the Duke.
Oh no,
he could have went to NXT.
I refuse.
Al Trips was still running NXT. He could have went down there. They said Triple H approached him and said, "Yo, let me bring you. I know what's going on the main roster, some BS. Let me bring you down here to NXT and make you the guy down there."
So
he thought that was an insult. Mind you, this was during the Black and Gold brand time. So you're talking about Karrion Kross, you're talking about Roddy Strong, you're talking about Adam Cole. What's my man name? Big Keith Lee. All of them were still there. Swerve was still there. Andrade could have been down there, back down there, that is, putting on clinics because that's where he started. I'm just saying.
And
overcrowded. Tony Khan needs the overcrowded roster just for injury purposes.
Tony Khan ruined Andrade CN's run, and you can't convince me otherwise. Because
Andrade ruined Andrade's run.
No, he didn't. He had those great matches with. He had those great matches with Rey Mysterio. So when Andrade CN came over in the first place, he made him talk.
Mm-hmm.
He made him talk, Andrade, after having Zelina Vega talk for him his whole fucking career and be the valet for him. And instead of giving him a quality valet that could really talk that shit, one of the first matches they put him in was against the House of Black or somebody like that, or was it against like Cody Rhodes, some shit like that or whatever?
I can't remember who was first.
It was Cody talking about that spot where they did the flaming table and all that.
Yeah, all that shit or whatever. And then you don't push him. You get an international championship. An international championship. And who's your title holder for the international championship? Pac. Makes sense. And then Orange Cassidy, who's held it for close, I want to say to 9 months now.
Not too much on Orange though, man.
No. Orange Cassidy is a 3-month champion. You have your taste in the sun. You're nice. We know you can wrestle. We get it. You have our respect. To have him have it for 9 months is fucking ludicrous, and I don't care what anybody says.
He got a point. You won't
get an argument out of me there for 9 months. I mean, that's just because he's super duper popular. But bro, he really just started using Malachi Black like a couple months ago.
Exactly, because he was asking for his release because Tony Khan is a fucking moron. Do you realize what we could have had? What was it? Undisputed Elite or whatever, some shit like that or whatever, or where it was like under whatever their name was after they got with the Elite. The Elite. You could have had them go against him. You could have had them go against HFO if you wanted to for a while. You could have had Malachi Black as your international champion for a little while. Hell, you could have had Malachi Black as your TNT champion if you wanted to. Malachi Black versus anybody. Fucking Brody, King Brody or whatever is fucking phenomenal in the first place. Buddy Murphy is stupid awesome, and you haven't used him at all. All three, like, what are you doing? Listen, no shade to my people. No shade to my people. Swerve Strickland getting the matches he's getting, yeah, but you need to give some of them motherfuckers that shit too in the first place. You need to do that as soon as possible, like right now, because that's some talent back there that you are literally wasting. Because you keep putting the Elite on with a best of 7 match with fucking Lucha Bros or whoever the fuck it was.
Death Triangle.
That was fire.
Because that prints money.
That was fire though. You know, don't do that to Death Triangle.
They carried it. Death Triangle carried it. If you're saying not carried it,
he did them dirty from a standpoint that I'm not gonna say whose fault it was or who wasn't at fault. But you don't reward somebody if they just come back from suspension and put the titles on them.
Yeah, that's true.
On top of the fact the Death Triangle already had a written-in feud with House of Black. Because Malachi blinded Pox and he came back and he was blinded still in storyline. He was wrestling with one eye closed.
One eye, yeah.
They could have did the best of 7. It made more sense.
Hey, that's why Bay trying to get Buddy back in WWE. She already said.
Because okay, all right, let's just take Tony Khan out of the picture. Let's just take Tony Khan out of the picture. Who had one of the best cruiserweight matches in WWE during that cruiserweight championship run? It was Pac, who was there, with versus what's his name? Damn, it was on a pre-show match. Pac versus I don't remember, but it was probably one of the best matches there.
Not Austin Aries.
Austin Aries, and then Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander.
That was WrestleMania.
Yep. And then on 205 Live, Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander, just non-title match. Buddy, I can go on. Buddy Murphy was putting on clinics on 205 Live. Clinics. If you give Buddy Murphy a valet and put him in NXT, he's NXT champion. And then people are like,
convince me. I was very high on Buddy Murphy. So much so I created my own little stable on the game, and me and Buddy Murphy was tearing shit up. Tag champs for the entire year on the game.
Buddy Murphy be fucking shit up. Buddy Murphy be out here fucking people up.
But you know,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm watching the end of Dynamite, and I'm wondering. It look like they trying to head towards blood and guts. My thing is, all right. So who's gonna be the BCC's fifth guy? I'm joking.
Listen. Look, apparently,
to get to transition
to that, which is pretty awesome.
Right.
So this is the news that was brought to me by Fightful and also via Twitter and also via some other things. CM Punk was at Monday Night Raw. Apparently, he was there to apologize to The Miz for some words that he had with the NJF feud. He was also there to make amends with Triple H. After he got to talk to everybody, he left. A couple days before, he was flying from Tampa, where he met with Chris Jericho, Tony Khan, with Dax Harwood as a mediator. And that apparently went well, too. Here's what I am going to say about this whole thing. And then I'm going to get myself out of it because I am very biased about how I feel about it. Like I said in the last episode with D2G, check that out. It's on YouTube right now. Like, share, subscribe. CM Punk does not need to wrestle anymore. His body cannot take it. He physically cannot wrestle. And his body cannot take him wrestling anymore. So he needs to stop wrestling. Can CM Punk still talk? Yes. But do not do the following. Do not put him in a match with MJF. We've seen that. We don't want to see that again. Do not put him against Kenny Omega. He's going to get circles thrust around him. It's going to look terrible. And he's going to botch. He's going to botch because he's old now. Do not put him on this new show on Saturdays with young talent and expecting to get a different dialect. There is rumors AEW wants to do a draft for this Saturday show and split brands. The audacity that you not even.
Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna let you finish. I just had to say that. I won't take a crap on that exactly.
Listen. I'm gonna just go ahead and get it out of the way. You have Ring of Honor. You have Ring of Honor. What are you doing with that? What does that utilize? Is that Dark Elevation? Is that what that's for? Do they have their own standalone show?
Now, I will co-sign similar to something Logan said that they could, if they're using Ring of Honor properly with all those veteran tag teams, they could be putting Private Party and other young teams that need some more seasoning and some type of more than just wrestling each other. You know what I mean? If you got that whole roster,
who's running Ring of Honor? Who's running that? Is that Tony Khan running that? Or
yeah, that's TK. Yeah. He bought it. Oh, you mean like actual like
running creative and stuff?
I wouldn't be able to say. I think him, but I don't know.
As far as I know, it's Tony Khan.
That's a terrible idea. No, that's a terrible idea.
I will say.
All right. Okay. That's how I feel about CM Punk and then the Saturday show. I don't think it's a terrible idea. Punk got paid, got his money. Release him. WWE, do not take him. No.
Punk's fine as a heel wrestler. He just shouldn't be a babyface wrestler.
I don't want him to be anything. I don't want him to be any type of wrestler at all. He needs to stop wrestling. And
I don't go that far. He's just too toxic at times. That's all it is.
no, and I get it. I don't mind an asshole. I don't mind him being an asshole. I'm talking about him as in ring.
Now, I think the problem is because it's a babyface. Some people get out of their bodies. They try to do things. They try to incorporate certain styles because they're trying to get the fans to pop. He can't do that anymore. CM Punk can still mat wrestle. That's what I'm saying. He'll be fine as a heel, and he's always been better as a heel. The problem was he was gone for 7 years, and fans are going to cheer him no matter what he did. So there really was no way to ease him into being a heel. This stuff that Bryan Danielson been doing, they didn't turn the crowd against them. And I never thought I'd be hearing them boo Bryan Danielson and John Moxley.
Well, I'm a fan though because
I'm a fan of it. That's what I'm saying. If they could get a way to turn him heel, I'd be fine with it. He just don't need to be a babyface wrestler because he's out here trying to do Hurricane Ranas and and springboard lariats. That's the problem. That's when he's messing up. His mat wrestling wasn't the problem.
KG. It's like you said. He was gone 7 years, and they tried to rush him back within a year. It's not good.
And they pushed him to the moon within a year.
I said that from day one. I didn't like him beating, what was my man name? He had the
Darby.
Darby. So from day one, I didn't like that.
But that was a good match. But you go ahead and see what you were saying.
Yeah, it was a good match, but I didn't like him. I mean, okay,
that didn't make sense.
Match. I wouldn't have had Darby be the guy.
No, because Darby's too over, and then now you're sacrificing Darby's momentum, which they constantly do in the first place already. Even without Punk beating him, they always halt Darby's momentum for whatever reason.
I think the way that I feel this way is because I've seen Edge be gone for a long time and seen him both do heel and face wrestling and realize that his moveset changes slightly. Not in the sense where it's like dramatically different from one face to another. It changes slightly, but they're both really good. Even watching CM Punk be like an anti-hero and kind of do stuff, I'm like, I don't like that. I'll be honest, I hate face CM Punk. I hate face CM Punk. I think I prefer shaved head, angry mustache CM Punk. Yeah, I think I prefer that CM Punk.
That's an unfair comparison, brother, because you got to remember, Edge came back for a reason. He because his career was put on pause as a result of injury, so it wasn't on his terms. So Edge is probably out there giving his all. Even if it's just a Raw SmackDown match, he's out there for a completely different purpose. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to show as a result in the matches. Even the match he had at WrestleMania with Finn. Him and Finn having that much respect to say, yo, staple me up right quick. I got to finish this match with my man. Like, that match was damn near a show stealer. And a lot of people, that wasn't like the match they were waiting on for WrestleMania. That was, it was like, oh, okay, it's cool. WrestleMania match. All right. But back to CM Punk. So the rumor is that once Vince got word, so somebody called and told Vince that CM Punk was there, Vince requested him to leave the premises. So I saw a video on Instagram, somebody from the parking lot. CM Punk, I guess, met Tamita Snuka out there in the parking lot, and that's how he ended up getting in backstage. So they said he had a brief conversation with Trips. They said he, like you said, buried the hatchet with Miz. And they said he talked with some other talent, but once Vince got word that he was there, we got to go. So a lot of people feel like, okay, he, like you said, it's just build up to get, him returning in AEW, which it probably is, 9 times out of 10 it is. I disagree with you in terms of saying he shouldn't wrestle again, much like what KG said, doing a lot of mat wrestling, a lot of ground and pound as a heel that'll cover, for having to try to do the fan favorites. It's kind of the Undertaker effect. You remember Undertaker used to try to, play the hits at WrestleMania. He only coming for once a year. And that shit slowly went away.
He wasn't walking. He wasn't walking that tightrope. Yeah. He was going about a third of the way.
Slowly went away because it was
he said he ain't commander. He said let him do that for now.
Man, you want to see Taker off the rope Get the game. Do it on the game. So with Punk,
I thought you said get the gas. I said who you are?
I'm gonna say shit. Okay.
Oh, no,
Get the
get
Glock.
the game. Get the game. You go get the game if you want to see old school.
I thought you said get the gun. I was like, what?
That's what I thought you said.
No, get
Don't
the game.
kill.
If you want
You
to
just
see
can't wrestle. Shit.
Undertaker, no. If you want to see Undertaker do old school, get the game. We're not doing that in 2023. Much like CM Punk, some of his, fan favorite moves. Hey, look, no Pepsi splashes as a heel. None of that. Okay, we're not gonna do no lariats as a heel. None of that. I'm not mad at it. He is a magnet, for money for AEW, and AEW being a new upstart, they need as many of those as they can get. He is the big fish in the small pond.
Plus, his promos don't even feel right when you're face. That's what I think the problem might be. I can't speak for you, Joe, but I think that might be rubbing you the wrong way because that's part of rubbing me the wrong way. Like that stuff against Eddie Kingston when we ain't get Uncle Phil. I ain't talking about Fresh Prince. We ain't have Uncle Phil no more. We got CM Punk. We got the real CM Punk. We tell him. He said, "I don't know, man. You against me, it's kind of high up on the totem pole. Maybe we should have a match on the pre-show. Some a little bit more your speed." I said, "Whoa,
more like elevation, more like dark
or elevation."
And it probably was his real feelings on it too. Like that wasn't.
That part of CM Punk I love. It's the wrestling. I'm telling you. I go back and I look at Edge. I look at him when he was in Judgment Day, and I look at him when he wrestled as a face, and and I'm watching him wrestle. And I'm watching him go, and he can still go. I'm rewatching these matches. To see if I'm tweaking. So I'm rewatching the dog collar match. Rewatching all the matches with Darby Allin. I'm rewatching the Powerhouse Hobbs match. I'm rewatching the Adam Page match. I'm rewatching John Moxley match. I'm just like, it's not me.
But
I thought the MJF match was fine. Because he didn't really do too much out of the pocket. Even the Eddie Kingston match was pretty good because it was more like a fight.
And my question to that is it because of your dance partner or is it because of you?
Don't do him like he Goldberg, man. Punk.
No.
I'm saying like
CM Punk can never be Goldberg in his worst day. On his worst day, he can never be Goldberg.
No, but I'm sure he had a great partner. No, MJF was a great wrestler. But I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying. It had to be, you need to tango.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm of the mindset that I've seen John Cena carry Great Khali to a good match. So that's why I'm saying, like,
yeah.
The point I'm making is, I think like it don't take much when you already know what you're doing. But I do see what you're saying. Like it did help that he was with MJF as opposed to being with somebody who's an average wrestler like a Kip Sabian or something. Not to shit on Kip Sabian, but like don't be.
Your girlfriend fine.
And on top of that, how much creative, control do they have when they get in the ring, versus having agents there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Helping to figure out, match specifics and match types. Okay, we're gonna do this. Like how much of that is really taking place in AEW versus in WWE? Because we know, like, the people that are the agents there, they're helping the talent build that match from beginning to end.
All right.
So, and I said this, not to deviate too much right quick, but I said this about Bray Wyatt with that match against LA Knight. Having too much creative freedom isn't always a good thing. You need to know when to pull some of that back.
No.
And in AEW, I think a shining example of a lot of the frustration, we've shown at least, is that there's too much creative freedom. It's literally like watching what you're doing on a video game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're watching that every week. So how can you truly appreciate? How can you truly build things up in the correct fashion when it's on go mode all that entire 2.5 hours?
And I think something else that bothers me too is I think so. For me, the elite don't want to work with CM Punk, and I feel like that's stupid too, because you're throwing away money. The elite have said, "Oh, we refuse to work with him." Hey, okay, look, you guys got into a fight, a little spat, little thing. Let it go. All right, let that go. Let's go make some money. And that bothers me. But it's like I wish Tony Khan was. I wish Tony Khan was more like Vince this way. Like, okay, you don't want to do it, get the fuck out. I don't need you. Like, I'll do it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be sufficient to me or whatever. But I feel like he wants to mediate it because they are EVPs or whatever. That he wants to do it a different manner, and I get it. But that's printing money. Like you want your leg up to solidify yourself in there. CM Punk versus anybody from the elite, and go from there. I don't fucking know what you want to do. Give me CM Punk, Colt Cabana, and Chris Hero versus the elite. There you go, and then go from there. I don't fucking know.
Punk's probably gonna be the fifth man for the BCC because right now the elite they just added Konosuke Takeshita in a sense.
I know FTR was lobbying to have him be a part of that with them if they ever went for the trio title.
Oh, the trios. But no, I don't know who it will be. I'm trying to think who's a free agent or who's been off TV. But the BCC needs a fifth member since Konosuke Takeshita is affiliated with the Elite now, and because that's Bucks, Kenny Omega, Hangman, and him. So that's 5.
Mm.
So BCC only has 4 people right now. That's my thought process. I'm guessing Punk ends up with them because I don't know how you bring him back unless you have him go out to MJF, but he's not going to win the title. So it makes more sense. It writes itself. You have the whole little spat they had backstage. You don't even got to tie it in. Everybody's going to know about it.
Mm.
I don't know who else there is to add because it don't make sense to add Eddie Kingston because Claudio just had the ROH World Title match.
Which was actually a decent match. It was actually a good match.
Watch it. Yeah, I was planning on. I'm glad you suggested it because I wanted to see. I'm trying to think who they add though as a fifth person for the BCC.
I pray to God it's not CM Punk because that would annoy me.
No, I said it's gonna be. That's the only thing that makes sense though.
That would annoy me. You know what?
WWE guys.
It makes no. I'm not gonna lie to you. It makes perfect fucking sense. That should be exactly who they should add to the BCC. It's gonna annoy the fuck out. It's gonna annoy me. Okay, this is why. Okay, here we go, bro. Fuck it. Here we go. This is why it's gonna annoy me. If you put CM Punk, Jon Moxley, Daniel Bryan, Claudio Castagnoli, and I think Wheeler Yuta still in there.
Yeah.
What does that look like versus the Elite? Take Wheeler Yuta
like a massacre. Even Wheeler Yuta looks like a massacre.
Yeah, but like, okay, what does it look like? WWE versus AEW. Like that's
AEW.
That's what it looks like.
Does it look like a lopsided fight type thing? Because those all are they do a lot of finesse, flippy shit. Young Bucks do, and
and it's not believable for me. Like
that's why I thought you were getting that because Claudio going uppercut.
No, seriously, I agree with you. Like you're telling me 4-on-4, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, the dude that you just said whose name I can't pronounce.
Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah, man. And CM Punk.
Hangman.
Oh. I'm sorry. See that? No, I'm not gonna believe any of that shit. Hangman? Fuck out of here. Claudio is killing 2 of them by himself. Jon Moxley, Psycho Ash is gonna go for everyone for blood, and nobody in that group is out wrestling Daniel Bryan. Who's gonna out?
I just don't know. I don't know who that fifth member would be. I'm trying to think of anybody that's not doing anything with it. They don't gotta be Punk. It could be somebody else. But I'm trying to think who's not doing anything that fits that also fits what they're about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like that dope. You know, it says it's in the name of the group. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to think who else will fit.
I can think of anybody.
I'm trying to think. Bobby Fish, but he's not signed to AEW.
No, he refused.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly.
I mean, because he fits that. Yeah, but he's still injured. I'm talking about because he fits like that dojo style, that smash mouth.
Where's Timothy Thatcher?
He would fit for sure, but I don't know if he's signed to the Japan promotion or if he's like freelancing. Like, so some people, because like for example, what's called actually is with AEW now, Jay White.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a terrible sign.
What about Jay White?
Terrible sign.
He has a little bit of a beef with Kenny Omega and them, but I think he's doing that thing against Ricky Starks right now. So I don't know if he would join BCC.
Oh, then yeah.
Plus it would kind of be well, no, he was more so of the Adam Cole thing where it's like he kind of took over Bullet Club, so he's supposed to be cool with him. So I just don't know if they would have a way to. I mean, they throwing anything on the wall at the end of the day, Logan. So I ain't gonna lie to you. As far as I know, Jay White might be in there next week because they're doing a lot of stuff that don't make sense storyline wise.
It could be somebody from Impact. The Impact has people that
Look.
Oh, I don't know why I just didn't think of this guy, Samoa Joe. He could be in the BCC. Then it gets even worse though. They really murdered him.
Listen, I'm not gonna be an asshole, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. The dude that does Element Games is a better booker and producer than Tony Khan. The dude that does a fake WWE video game storyline on YouTube every week is a better booker than Tony Khan. You don't believe me? I'll put his shit up right here. I'm sorry. I'll put his actual content up right here, and you can go follow him and see. For 3 minutes and 30 seconds to either 8 minutes and 30 seconds, you can see a whole storyline. He did a whole storyline of like NWO, where it was like NWO America with like Kurt Angle, Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin versus like the new the Hollywood NWO with John Cena, Hollywood, bro. More interesting than anything Tony Khan's doing. I promise you, I wish Ill Will was here because I think we had a conversation about this. That dude and his mindset about how like wrestling works and how booking works is fantastic. If in any shape, fashion, or form, it is anybody from Ring of Honor that was in WWE that's in the Blackpool Combat Club, I don't want to watch any of it against the Elite. The Elite to me are like Spirit Squad at this point.
Wow.
I don't believe any of that.
I could kind of see it. They're too hokey. And Logan's been saying that for a while. And I kind of co-signed it with the Adam Cole thing. Like, it's funny if you do that once every blue moon. But y'all supposed to be the top heel stable. Every week you stop in the middle of a match, kiss this dude on the cheek. That's like mid-card stuff, basically. You're the top heel stable in the company. I get it. It goes back to their days on the Indies when they were, I think they were in the stable with, I don't know if they were doing that with that stable, with what Mount Rushmore with KO.
Yeah,
Kevin Owens was in the stable with them, but I don't know. They got to be more serious. And maybe that's a good thing that they didn't add Adam Cole because it's like, you really. All right, let's put it this way. We all talk about like how people's physiques look. I'm not a big physique guy, but at the same time, none of them dudes look like they work out in the Elite outside of Kenny Omega.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. This guy gets it.
Even Kenny working out a little bit.
Kenny hit the weights a little bit.
No, I said except for Kenny, I said.
And even look, Adam Page hit the gym every now and again, but like you're telling me that these motherfuckers gonna be able to fight against the Blackpool Combat Club? John Moxley don't work out at all.
But he still look like he'll whoop somebody. But he still like he'll whoop somebody, doesn't he?
He look like he'll still whoop somebody's ass though. John Moxley don't work out at all. He is chest hair and just anger. Okay, he does not. Claudio
already, like I said, I'm not the biggest physique. Like, Claudio had always been in crazy good shape. You know that dude works out.
Daniel Bryanson does yoga and he's in good shape. And then if you let's say if you bring in somebody who was a WWE guy who was on the Indies at once, like a Samoa Joe, no, bro, this is over for you. No, it's Samoa freaking Joe, and he's still good.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only other person I can think of that fits that.
And he's gotten better. And he's tight with Regal. That makes sense. But if you bring me CM Punk This is all I'm going to say. Who's going to out-talk him? Nobody.
Becomes the mouthpiece if that's the case.
No. Exactly. You're ruined. You're telling me you're going to put Kenny Omega on the mic with CM Punk? You're going to show him alive. What's the dude that's with CM Punk? Not CM Punk. The dude with Kenny Omega, what's his name? The ballet firm, the guy, what's his name?
Oh, Don Callis.
Don Callis.
No. Don Callis getting eaten up. Because now you put CM Punk in a heel fashion with a heel group where he can basically just pipe bomb you whenever you want. Just he going line by line down the line about how y'all ain't shit, about how y'all from the indies, about how trash you guys are, about how you guys have basically sold the company up the river because all you want is titles, about how you buried other people. He's gonna kill him. And I'm telling you right now, if you do that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Just consider. People are gonna buy it and be like, "This wasn't even worth it." But I'm gonna buy it anyway because I know I'm taking a mistake. They know they are. They know I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be the dummy that paid $60 to watch the Elite get killed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That's all that's gonna happen is going to be a regular match. It's gonna be a violent match, and all of a sudden, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and Takeshita are gonna do some flippy shit, and Adam Page gonna do some flippy shit. And they're gonna battle, and somebody's gonna be busted open. And it's probably gonna be probably gonna be like Hangman Page, and then Moxie gonna be busted open, and he's gonna be bleeding all over the place or whatever. It's gonna be violent, and if they keep it going, they're gonna have Blackpool win it first. If they don't, they're gonna have fucking who is it? They're gonna have the Elite win and then call it a day, and then it'll never happen again. That's how it's gonna go. If they want to keep going, Blackpool win. If they don't, the Elite will win. So, yeah, there's that. I don't know, but
I would say, just to send the crowd unhappy, as they say. Is there anything? I mean, I guess we're still about a week or two away at Backlash. You're looking forward to. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like they outside. I got a couple matches I'm excited about, but I don't know about you, gentlemen.
Let's pull up what they got so far. We don't have to make predictions per se, but
yeah, I mean we can dive back into it. I was just saying, just like a little teaser type thing. Is there any like one particular match just kind of catching your eye?
Let's see. While I think they are doing this way too fast, I think this is something they should have built up to. Would have made perfect sense for this to take place at Backlash and been maybe Cody's first opponent had he won the title. But I think they pulled the trigger way too quick on Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes.
My bad. I'm sorry. Real quick. Stop dressing Brock Lesnar like Walker Texas Ranger. Stop it. Right now. Stop dressing up like Chuck Norris. And I'm done. Stop dressing him up like he's in Red Dead Redemption. Cut that out, please. Stop that. Okay? Stop it right now. Damn, GTA video game.
It's a big sucker from Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
But
like
outside of that, man, it's a regular pay-per-view for me, to be honest. It's not one of them pay-per-views that I'm just kind of like, oh, I gotta watch this. But I think it has some potential with some of these matches. The triple threat, Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory for the U.S. title. That got promised. Matt Riddle and KO and Sammy versus the Usos and Solo, who've been on the tier, by the way. That should be that right there is probably going to be match of the night for me. Not too thrilled about Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega. Zelina ain't really been built up to be a threat or to be a challenger for this title. But hey, this is kind of how we go. We know how it goes right after WrestleMania. It's the reset. Bianca Belair versus Io Sky has promised. Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny, though. Yeah, street fight. Puerto Rico.
The EO Sky show will be that'll be a steal. That'll be the steal. I guarantee that's a steal.
Now, Joe, being that me and you have been going back and forth, you don't necessarily have to make a pick right now, but I do want to know what are your thoughts about your boy, Seth freaking Rollins, going up against the one and only, the Nigerian Giant, almost.
Stupid. But this is Vince as I got to make sure the choice for creative is. He broadcasted that whole thing where it was like based off of what was to come from like Seth Rollins like flipping out, and he was like, oh well, I gotta do something, so I'm putting almost or whatever. That's all it is. It's a punishment from Vince to do some silly shit. That's it. It's trash. It's doo-doo. Stupid.
Yeah, I don't have my hopes set too high for Backlash. It's just kind of one of those, all right. We'll see how it goes, but yeah.
No. I'm not a huge fan of all of it. Like I'm really not I'm not okay with it. I'm just ain't nothing I can really say about it. Like I can't really and all I can say. Like that's just that's where I see it as. That's what I have it as. That's where it's set up as. And to me, in my personal opinion, this is because y'all sat there and were like, one, what do we do with Seth Rollins? Two, no, fuck Seth because he got mad that I took him down. So blah blah blah. Blah. Typical Vince fashion shit. It's typical bullshit. So yeah, bro. Yeah, I got nothing for it. So, yeah.
All right.
KG,
What up?
what you got, bro?
Just piggyback off what Logan said, I would say Cody and Brock, this should be good. And then I'm looking forward to Bloodline against KO, Sammy, and Riddle. Definitely possible undercard or not undercard, possible dark horse tonight for the match would definitely be Bianca and Io Sky as long as they give them enough time to tell a story. I don't need them going too crazy with that Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match. I honestly thought it was going to be a tag match. It still could change it, which I think is going to happen. I think it'll probably be Bunny and Mysterio against Dominic and Damian, which probably makes more sense. The way you can protect Bad Bunny, because although he was good in his spots, I don't think you want to overexpose him. I know they're making a street fight, so they're trying to, still protect him to a degree. But I'm hoping they actually change it to a tag match.
Yeah, they need to. It has to happen that way. All right, man. We're over that hour. Everything's all good. Everything's done well. Everything was great, guys. Proud of you. Oh, real quick. Your thoughts on the lawsuit against Chris Dunn, who is just a giant, and Mr. Vincent Kennedy the Man. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Hey, man. They said one way or another, we're going to get this old regime out of here. We couldn't get him out of here with the lawsuit and the sexual allegations. So now, here we go. Take that, as somebody named Diddy used to say. It's the usual chicanery. We know way too well as wrestling fans in terms of what they've done with some talents of color and some of the things they want them to do. And I guess we gotta wait and see, man. I mean, Vince isn't an owner anymore. They're not the owners of the company anymore. So it's really up to what's the name of the people that bought WWE? Evolve. Endeavor. So if Endeavor didn't get rid of Dana White when he was, on video slapping his wife. Hey, what do y'all think is going to happen to old Vinnie Mac here? Absolutely nothing. Maybe a slap on the wrist.
I don't think anything's going to happen to him. I think the lawsuit, if someone wants money, they're going to pay them out and be done with it. My thing is like, okay, these are the exact words from what are issued with the lawsuit. A key issue was that a detail in the lawsuit also states that Bianca Belair informed plaintiffs that she told Chris Dunn, involved in the lawsuit, 3 different times that I don't want to say that line, but he never listens to me. He puts that line in every week. Belair also says the script, this gramatory lines made her look ghetto. Also, apparently there was a guy named Ryan Callahan hunting Reggie. He says, "I'm going hunting."
Mm-hmm.
There's also a line in there where there's complaints against Dunn for saying that. Also, some arbitrary information about making Apollo Crews do a Nigerian accent.
Oh, that was terrible. I hated that.
And also a wrestler that was supposed to be a part of a 9/11 angle as a Muslim wrestler.
But it had to be Mustafa.
Yeah.
Or Mansoor.
Yep. Yeah.
Or the great Maharaji. It could have been him too. And it could have been a number because we've had several, wrestlers of that ethnic background. It's unnecessary, man. I think, and especially with Bianca Belair being one of your premier talents and top talents in the company, she should be allotted the opportunity to say something one time and one time only, as far as saying, "Yo, I don't want to say that. Don't put that in my script." And they should leave it at that. You know what I mean? I don't get that. And she's such a bright star for the company. Her and her husband. I don't know why you would want to try to force something in there that would, make her, think otherwise or look otherwise at the people in charge. And it's a disservice to her. Hopefully there's no get back retaliation type of acts as a result, i.e. maybe her losing the title for her being one of the standouts. If this is true, because this is all, is this stuff confirmed that she was one of the, true people? Because unless her name's really Bianca Belair, it's not going to say Bianca Belair in any kind of verbiage anywhere. It's going to say maybe her real name.
It was based off of some of the I'm getting this from Wrestle Ops and the Pro Wrestling Podcast. So basically what they were saying was that like they have the name, like she's not testifying that she said this. There is a witness saying that she said this.
Oh, okay. So this isn't from the horse's mouth itself.
No.
Okay.
No. And then I think Reggie's actually part of the case.
I can see that.
Which why not? Yeah.
And it kind of gives more credence to Naomi and Sasha leaving. Like, storyline just BS. Like, who wants to deal with that? If you don't have to deal with it, why would you?
Yeah, because I guess it's it was from a writer who was apparently at WWE, so she's not giving them their real names or saying who the real people are. She's basically saying this is what I've witnessed and this is what I have. She has the Bianca Belair thing. Apparently, she was fired from the company because she took a chair from WrestleMania when all the writers were told to take a chair from WrestleMania. And because she is African American or of a different color descent, she was then told she stole the chair. So
whistleblower. Yeah. So yeah, that's why they got rid of her. Somebody told on her.
Yeah, look, listen, with wrestling, there's angles to it where you can, do certain things with certain characters, but it's got to come to a point where if someone's trying to protect their character and try to create the narrative of a character, like, okay, the Muslim character that says that America is trash and America is stupid is played out. It's fucking played out. We're past that. Like we're past the Indian guy that doesn't like America. Iron Sheik did it a bunch of times. The one guy that they threw over at WrestleMania did it a bunch of times. What's his name? Jinder Mahal did it for a little while. And we got sick of it, you know. So let's be more creative. Let's be more creative and stop doing this America shit. Like stop making the black wrestlers ghetto. Stop doing that. Let's also stop making white wrestlers with a country accent somehow ignorantly racist. Like first off, the dude Ryan Callahan was from the South, but he wasn't from that part of the South. You got him doing all type of hunting shit, like hunting like Reggie and shit, who's black.
It's just it's age old shenanigans, man, that need to stop. You got people that are out of touch and out of date that's in charge, and fresh coat of paint isn't going to do it. They need to go.
Yeah, man. You gotta go. Look, man. Look, Vinny got charges, bro. Look, Endeavor, like he got charges, bro. Like 30 or 40 counts of charges, bro. Like, look, you may want to pay him out. If this shit go to like Supreme State Court, he gone, bro. Like it. You can't. You need a head creative, and I'm telling you right now, call Trips. Might as well call Trips. Because at this point, like it's not going to work out. None of it's going to work out. But wait, listen. Just like I was saying to KG, I think he had sound issues, so we hopped off.
Yeah.
The $1 million cases, the $1 to $10 million cases, we're okay with. The $20 million to $90 million cases, all right, hurts a little bit, but a lot. But some of these motherfuckers that want $100 million for these like total damages, you're gonna go broke in everything you just sold. There's like, okay, we go through the count sexual assault. There's 3 in one case, 5 in one case, another 6 or 7 in one case, another pending charges somewhere else. Discrimination cases usually have like subsidiaries in there, so there's probably like 10 or 11 there. The other sexual assault cases, rape charges, or anything that has to do with that, those usually stem from 4 to 5 charges. He's facing 40 counts of almost a bunch of shit. And don't let us find out about this nigga money where like tax fraud. Oh, he's going to jail. He's going to jail. He's going to jail. He's going to jail. He homies with Trump. He's going to jail. Prison. Penitentiary time, bro. Old man Logan, bro, appreciate you, bro. Other KG, appreciate you too, bro. I know you have to hop off because you had sound issues. It's all right. It's all good, man. Listen, man, give us the catchphrase, old man Logan.
All right. We the ones. We want the smoke, baby.
Look, man, follow us on all our social medias, bro. Follow us on Instagram at Hot Take Wrestling, TikTok at Hot Take Wrestling. Thank you for 1,000 followers once again. At Wrestling Take on Twitter, at NMGTV on YouTube, man. We really appreciate all the listening, man. Y'all been the best, bro. For real. With that being said, hey, man, love on somebody. Be good to somebody, man. Enjoy some wrestling this week. Stop being gatekeepers for pro wrestling to new fans. Stop being gatekeepers for pro wrestling for fans that have opinions opposite of yours. Learn to agree, disagree, and we out of here, man. Be good, y'all.
Peace.